Well, good morning, friends. This is just a quick hello from Asheville Airport. I know the last time I did an audio letter, 2 weeks ago, I was sitting in almost the same spot. We were on our way to New England, and the reunion was as wonderful, even more than we imagined it would be. I know we can't always make it to reunions. For many of us, there are issues with caregiving or finances or maybe our own health. But as I encouraged you a couple of weeks ago, go when you can. When you are with people with whom you have shared history, it's incredibly special, especially our Back to the 80s reunion with almost 50 members of Mike's former youth group from the 1980s. Our kids came back and some of our volunteer staff, and connecting with them again after all these decades was unbelievable life highlight. Well, today we're not heading north to New England, we're heading west to Santa Barbara, California, where we're going to spend in the next week visiting 4 different sets of family members who live out there. But here's what I want to share with you. You know all the crazy stuff with the government shutdown and the airline flights that I canceled almost at will last week. Well, from the time we arrived in New England, we were getting regular alerts from Americans saying there was a good chance our flight would be canceled. And you know, me being me, first chapter of my first book, This Life We Share, was about worrying. I've always felt like toxic worry and legitimate concern are almost like conjoined twins. It's hard to separate them. And I found the only thing that does is prayer. So I resolved, okay, I will watch the alerts from American. I'll do what I can. I'll call, try to make other arrangements. We'll come up with contingency plans. If there's any benefit to worry, it's simply saying, okay, Lord, I trust you, but you're also calling us to be practical. So as I pray, let's come up with plan B, C, D. Well, here's the funny thing. We didn't need any of those. Just by all my worries, the one flight that was going from Manchester, New Hampshire through Philadelphia to Asheville did take off. But here's the thing. The thing I didn't worry about almost happened. That was getting to the airport. I don't have time to tell you about it now, but we had the craziest Uber ride. Not the driver's fault. There was a mix-up in communication on the reservation. We were halfway to Logan Airport in Boston when we realized we were going in the exact opposite direction we needed to be. So at the risk of this poor man losing his job, who didn't speak English, by the way, so we're communicating via Google Translate on his phone. He's handing it over the seat. We're texting back to him, handing it back. This dear man got us to our airport just in time, even though it was not the airport he thought he was taking us to. What's my point in sharing this story? It's that often the things we worry about never happen, do they? Our plane did take off. But sometimes the things we don't worry about, the unexplained, do. That's life, and we deal with it. I wanted to share with you my early morning throat. My throat is clogged. This wonderful short poem by Mary Oliver that's just called I Worried. Can you tell why I like it? She said, I worried a lot. Will the garden grow? Will the rivers flow in the right direction? Will the earth turn as it was taught? And if not, how shall I correct it? Was I right? Was I wrong? Will I be forgiven? Can I do better? Will I ever be able to sing? Even the sparrows can do it, and I am, well, hopeless. Is my eyesight fading? And actually it is. Or am I just imagining it? Am I going to get rheumatitis, lockjaw, dementia? Finally, I saw that worrying had come to nothing, and I gave it up. And I took my old body and I went out into the morning and I sang. I love that little poem by Mary Oliver because it's a reminder our worry benefits us nothing. We pray, we trust, we do make contingency plans, but we need to turn our what ifs into what is. And who is? Who is God, and can he be trusted? He absolutely can be. So just a quick hello this morning from Asheville. Praying especially for all you fellow worriers that we can just release those worries and we can take our bodies out into the morning and sing. Love you, friends. All for now. Bye-bye.